We'll learn Halakha Psuka for Monday from Parashat Vayera, Chok L'Yisrael. Mitzvah levaker cholim hakerovim ve'achaverim nichnasim miyad ve'achokim achra shlosha yamim. So there is a commandment, there is a mitzvah to visit people who are sick, relatives and his friends going immediately to visit. Ve'achakim, those who are more distant, shlosha yamim, after 3 days. Ve'im kafatz alav hacholi. But if the sickness came upon him suddenly, and it's critical, then elu va'elu nichnasim miyad, both those going immediately. Afilu agadol yelech levaker katan, even a great person, a big Talmid Chacham, a very important person, still has the mitzvah levaker katan, to visit somebody who's less important, less prominent individual. Va'afilu kama pa'amim bayom, even if he needs to visit him several times a day, he should do it. Va'afilu ben gilo, even if he's the same age, still he has to visit. And whoever visits the sick more is praiseworthy, but shouldn't be a burden on him. Shouldn't visit him so much that it's difficult on the person who's ill. לא ישב על גבי מיטה ולא על גבי כיסא ולא על גבי ספסל אלא מתעטה ויושב לפניו שהשכינה למעלה מרעשותיו. And the Rabbi explains this halakha here. It used to be that, let's say, if a sick person is laying on the floor, has a bed that's right on the ground.
Very low.
Very low. You're not allowed to sit at a higher level than him. That's on a bed, that's higher on a chair, because they say that the Shekhinah, the divine presence, is above the head of the sick person. So if you sit higher, it's not respectful. But nowadays, let's say that most can't bediuk. So that when the people lay down, sick person is on a regular bed, then there's no problem sitting on a chair. They're just should be at a higher level. We don't visit the sick person in the first 3 hours of the day. Because the sun rises at 6, don't visit him between 6 and 9. Because typically most sick people, their sickness or their pain is not as difficult in the first 3 hours of the day. It's a certain type of relief. And if you see him in good shape, you say, this guy doesn't need any prayer, he's doing fine. And also don't go visit him the last 3 hours of the day. Because then it's very tough for him. That's when the time of the day, when it's later in the day towards the night, it becomes very difficult for the person. Sometimes the pain increases. The fever also, fever goes up at night. In the morning it becomes lighter, towards the night it becomes higher. So don't go visit him at that time, because what will happen, you might think that he's just beyond any hope and not pray for him. So you visit the person, after the first 3 hours of the day and before the last 3 hours of the day. It's good advice. And here also, from the way that this halakha is written, it's a mitzvah to pray for somebody who's not well. So when you visit somebody, of course, you encourage him, you make him feel better, but also you have the obligation to pray for him. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.